Hey everybody, this is Shadow Kage. Today I'm going to be trying an experimental video idea. This video is going to be about me talking about what I think is what would change, like a what if scenario. What would change if, say, Kushina survived? What would happen in the first part of Naruto? I'm going to kind of cover that in this video. And if you guys like it all, maybe I'll either go into more in depth. I can make it more of a narrative. Kind of feel I can go a little more part by part by part into that kind of stuff. I can even or I can continue another what if in this scenario where I can just talk about the things that change, why they change in part two. I can do that, and then we can continue doing that with other things too. If that's what you guys like. If you guys like this, please share it. Please comment on on the comments. Subscribe to the video. If you really want to see more of my content, hit the noti bell. That'll all be a good thing. Okay, now, yeah, because I'm going to be coming up with another video. The next video coming out, it's going to be me ranking all 11 Spider-Man movies, live action and the cartoon ones. It's a big video. I've been working on it for a better part of 2 weeks now. I'm just having to watch through all the videos, all the movies, and then ranking them, put them in things. It's a whole big thing. It's a lot of work. So if you guys could maybe subscribe, wait for that one to come if that's the sort of thing you guys like. Yeah. Okay. Now with all the housekeeping done, let's begin with what if Kushina survived. Okay. So I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering or imagining how she survives. So like she's going that night, she goes through a lot. She gives birth to Naruto. She has the whole QB ripped out of her. It's like she's gonna be tired, exhausted, if not near death already. So a change I'm supposing here is say when she goes when Karuma goes to go and skewer Naruto and Kushina and Minato get in the way and they're the ones that get impaled. What if instead of Kushina and Minato getting there, Kushina passes out right next to Naruto on the altar there, and she passes out and falls unconscious, and Minato is the only one that dies, and he ends up sealing Naruto the Nine Tails into Naruto and himself. So that part stays the same. Okay, so the big things are going to change. Are really going to change is a lot of big things are going to happen around Naruto. That's going to change. Like Naruto's going to grow up with one parent. He's going to grow up knowing who his dad was, what his dad did on his birthday. He's gonna have a very big role model to look at, not just a stone carving face. Kind of how it happens a lot there. Okay, so right off the rip, we got a few big changes. First of all, Naruto isn't alone. He has his mother to raise him, which is going to affect him in a whole bunch of ways. He's going to eat proper. He's going to get taught how to interact with people, girls, boys, adults. So he's going to grow to a normal height. He's not going to be short because he's malnourished. Because Kushina being there and everyone knew Kushina and Minato were married, they're going to know that everyone in the village is going to know Naruto is Minato's son. So there's going to be less hate and animosity or other. Even if Danzo were to still leak that Naruto is the Nine-Tailed Jinchuriki, I don't see a lot of the general population of Konoha completely hating him because of that. Like, I'm sure there'll still be some that are going to hold on to the fact that the Nine-Tails killed their loved ones, so I'm sure Naruto still gets some hate. But it won't be in the same way. And all the ninjas aren't going to be instructing their kids to stay away from him. He's going to have a much more fulfilled life. He's going to have more friends. He's going to have just a lot more opportunities to thwart him. He's going to have his mom to teach him clan jutsus about his dad's jutsus. All these sorts of things, how to control his chakra. These are all things that are totally going to be big things for him. And I do see this Naruto tending to, as he grows up, some of his big core changes are going to be the way he approaches things. Like Naruto is gonna, he's gonna want to live up to his dad's memory. I think there's a lot more of that because he's gonna have, I would say almost maybe a bit of a chip in his shoulder because hey, I'm the son of the fourth Hokage. I need to live up to that. But I know in some filler it shows that Kushina and Mito were friends. So thinking about that, Kushina could potentially attempt to take in Sasuke after the Ichiya massacre. But I also don't think that Dons or the elders would let one person have that much power in their disposal of the Nine Tails and then the last of the Uchiha with the Sharingan. I don't see especially Donzo, letting that happen, and he'll have his way with that. He'll get the elders involved, and it'll be a whole big mess. So that's something that's not going to really change. But with Kushina being there, she's going to make sure Naruto studies. She's going to teach him. So we're not going to get the same dumb knucklehead Naruto. We're going to get a Naruto that's more knowledgeable. Like, I'm not going to call him an outright genius or super smart, but he's going to be more towards the middle of the class, maybe a little bit on the higher end, just because he's going to have a drive to be like his dad. Like, that's going to be a main thing. He's going to want to try and live up to that ideal. And I think that's going to cause him troubles as he is older, because as he goes through missions and stuff, he's going to attempt to maybe push himself a little bit farther than he can and pass those boundaries and maybe get people hurt. Because I think these are all things that are definitely going to be changes that Naruto is going to happen to him, just for the simple fact that he has his mom, someone to push him, spur him a little bit stronger, who knew how his father was. And then see a lot of that in Naruto. Maybe Naruto builds up a resent because his mom's pushing him so hard, and resentfulness, maybe. I'm not sure I would say that 100%, but that could be. But I do believe Naruto is going to wholeheartedly, for most for most of his time, most of his free time, is going to be training and studying to make him a lot stronger and smarter, so he can live up to his father's ideal and become a Hokage like his dad. And also, I feel because he's going to have Kushina as his mom, she's going to teach him a lot of his Uzumaki sealings, and I think he's going to find he's an aptitude for it, and he's going to want to become the greatest seal master ever. So I think that's going to be one of Naruto's biggest changes. He's not going to want to become Hokage just for the recognition. I think he's going to want to become Hokage, like when he graduates from the academy with the rest of his class. I think when he becomes, after graduation, when they talk about the introductions on what your goals and aspirations are, I think with Naruto, this Naruto is gonna be so different. Like, I want to become Hokage, so I can live with my dad's memory, and I can not squander the life that he gave me. And I want to become the greatest sealing master the world has ever seen. I think these are some goals he's gonna have, like this version of Naruto would have. With having an Uzumaki mom who knows all the Uzumaki sealing things. And I think Naruto's also a tinker with and make his own seals too. And I also think we have potential to see Jiraiya a little sooner and a little more often, with having Kushina around to actually, get him to come around and teach Naruto a little more. So we could see Naruto fairly early on actually using toads and toad collaboration jutsus a little more. Maybe starting through middle of his Genin career, like between the 6 months there. Like, I think we could see some of that come around. See Jiraiya kind of helping, Naruto perfect some sealing techniques, and using a lot of toad summoning to help strengthen his chakra control, because he's going to have far more chakra control now, because he's going to have someone who has experience with what the Nine Tails does to your chakra network. It's going to have that to help guide him. So he's going to have a lot more chakra control training a lot earlier in life. So he's probably going to have an easier time when it comes to learning more difficult techniques like the Rasengan and that kind of stuff. These are all things that are going to change with as Naruto goes. He's going to become. I don't want to say this Naruto to be more overpowered, because he's not going to be. He's going to be more akin to, he's going to look more like, in feats wise, the way Sasuke did early on. It's like, he's a prodigy almost. He's going to be like a jutsu prodigy. It's like he's not prodigy smart wise, but he's very quick and keen on learning new things, combat wise, that sort of stuff. He's gonna be a kinetic genius, if you could say that. It's like, and he's gonna have he'll be able to use shadow clones. He won't use them as much, because he's not gonna have that loneliness that even Sasuke picks up towards the end of the original series, that he uses so many because he's lonely all the time. He's not gonna have that, so he's not gonna depend on that as much. And we're going to put, because a lot of times people say the reason why Naruto is put with Kakashi's team is because he's the lowest grades, and that's kind of a thing that happens. But this Naruto won't have those low grades. But also with the aforementioned thing where Donzo and the elders aren't going to want Naruto and Sasuke together as much, I don't think they're going to let him, especially this Naruto being stronger, be in the same team as Sasuke in case that team decided to rebel. So I believe with a lot of intervention, Naruto would end up on Kurena's team with Shino and Hinata, and Kiba would end up with Sakura, Kakashi, and Sasuke. Those would be and the rest of the teams would kind of stay the same. There's no real reason those would change with this whole thing. And I think that we're the first time we're gonna really see Naruto's mindset have his change. It's gonna be when because he's gonna be so eager to show how powerful he is and how close he is to this first step to go and show how powerful he is and how much like he is like his dad he is. I think we'd see him pushing for the mission in a much different way and more socially polite way to get a new mission from the Hokage, which is going to lead to the Land of Waves mission, protecting Tazuna and the bridge. It's going to lead to that. But because we don't have Kakashi and we have Kurenai, who's not as strong combatively, it's going to turn out a lot worse, and we're going to have to send a second squad to go and save them. But because of this, Naruto's so eager to show, hey, I am my father's son. He's gonna overextend himself, overpush himself. He's gonna get himself almost killed by Zabuza, which Kurenai is going to have to step in and save him. She's gonna be mortally wounded. She's gonna be close to death, cousin Naruto. But as Kakashi's team is showing up, they're gonna come up to a scene where you can see Naruto in a berserker rage, in a one-tailed cloak, and he's going to be fighting Zabuza. Haku will be dead off the side because Naruto will have ripped through him, and he'll be fighting Zabuza. But as they pull up, Naruto is going to pass out, and just before Zabuza hits him with the killing blow, Sasuke is going to get there, and he's going to get Naruto the way, and Sasuke and Kakashi is going to end up fighting and killing Zabuza at that point. And then Kakashi is going to take over the two teams, and they're going to get the rest of the mission complete, and then they're going to go back. And because of this whole issue where Naruto realized, hey, I can't do it, he's going to be very introspective. He's going to be very sullen, and he's going to really, really contemplate, hey, I'm not at a place where I am where my dad was, where I can even think that I am like that. So he's going to become much more of a tactician. He's going to like, I need to think before I jump into things, because I'm going to get someone killed if I keep doing that. So we're going to get a Naruto that is learning from his mistakes, a very severe one, which is going to leave his team out of commission for a long time because their Jonin Sensei is going to be out. So they're going to be stuck just doing D missions with Aruka for a while till the Kurenai gets better, which is going to drive Naruto nuts, but it's also going to give him and his team a bit of time to get to know each other a little bit better, that kind of stuff. But then when the Chunin exams come around, I think this is where we're going to see another change, to Naruto, because he's not just going to be all I'm going to get through this because I'm going to get through this because I'm going to become Hokage. No, he's like, I need to get through this. I need to learn, and I need to become the best Chunin I can, so I can become the best version of me that's going to be able to live up to my dad's memory. So I do believe Naruto will either use some form of sealing jutsu to help him cheat, or he'll use some combination of sealing jutsu and a toad summon to help him cheat in that first prelim. And I think in the second portion, the first step, he's going to feel himself, because of his proximity to Gaara, he's going to feel Nine Tails burning in his belly. Just kind of, it's going to influence him he's going to be angry for really no reason every time he sees Gaara. Until he gets a little closer, he's going to see the seal. And he's going to put two and two together. Oh. And then he's going to go to Proctor and say, hey, we need to talk to someone about Gaara there. He's going to talk to somebody, and he'll let them know. No, that's not what he'll do. He would actually, this is more in character. In this version of this character, he would summon a toad and get the toad to go to Kurenai Sensei, letting her know that there's another tailed beast, Jinchuriki, in the preliminaries, which is going to cause Hiruzen to get all the instructor Jonins to keep watching. Kushina's going to give them all chakra suppression tags that her and Jiraiya came up together that specialize in suppressing Biju chakra. So they're going to all have that. But the rest of the second part, I think, will go kind of the way it normally does, with the exception that Naruto and his team are going to get through a little bit faster because they don't have to deal with a lot of the other stuff they deal with with Kabuto trying to follow around with Sasuke because Orochimaru is still gonna seal him with the curse mark. That's still gonna happen because nothing in this scenario changes that from happening at all. The next change we're gonna get to is instead of Rock Lee and Team 10 getting to save Sakura, it's going to be Naruto and his team on the way through. They're gonna stop in and they're going to save their classmates because Naruto's gonna is gonna sense something going on with Sasuke. He's gonna go check it out. And Hinata and Shino will be okay to do that too. They'll go and they'll stop the sound 8. No, sound 8. The sound getting there with Dosu, Keen, and can't remember the other guy's name. Zaku, there we go. They're going to stop them with some chakra special seals, and then they're going to kind of take off. But Naruto's going to leave a toad there with Sakura to help take care of Kakashi? Not Kakashi. Sasuke and Kiba. That's kind of what I feel that's going to happen. And then the Konoha Crush arc is still going to happen. Hiruzen's still going to die. The biggest difference is after Gaara and Naruto's fight, Naruto's going to ask Kushina to make Gaara's seal more safe. So she's going to put an extra seal on top of the seal to stop Shikaku from taking over Gaara's body every time he sleeps, so Gaara can sleep, rest, and be a much more focused individual. Which is in return is going to make Suna roll over and beg for forgiveness for cooperating with Orochimaru much more than they did normally in canon, because they fixed our Jinchuriki from being an unstable monster to hey, this guy's stable now. We can actually work with him. He's not going to kill everybody anymore. Okay, and then because the seal is on Sasuke and Naruto knows more about seals, he's going to want to keep an eye on Sasuke's seal and see if he can put a seal in there to fix it or whatever. So he's going to be setting the seal. So Sasuke is going to come with Naruto and Jiraiya to go look for Tsunade. But Sasuke is also going to ask for Hinata to come because Naruto is training for the Rasengan and he wants Hinata to look at the chakra to help give him some sort of clues how to control it a little bit better. So we're going to get Jiraiya, Sasuke, and Hinata all going on the Tsunade retrieval mission. And it's all going to go pretty much the same with the exception of I really don't think this time around we're going to like the whole thing. It'll be a little bit different with the whole Sasuke being beaten as bad by Itachi in the end there, because they're not. I don't think they're going to actually open their. What I think will actually happen is Naruto, Sasuke, and Hinata will climb out the window because Hinata will be going through the door to see them, and they'll go out the window and they'll go hide. And then when it comes to a three-way deadlock, I do believe that Orochimaru and Kabuto have seen that they're a distinct disadvantage being as outnumbered as they are, and a more competent Naruto and a very comparable Sasuke that's fully loyal with the Hyuga Eris, they would just turn around and they would leave. They would retreat. And with this Naruto being far more cautious, he's less willing to take the risks he does. But Tsunade agrees to come back as Hokage under one condition, that Jiraiya stays in the village and becomes her advisor. So we're going to get very much the time skip is going to be centered in the village because Jiraiya and Naruto won't leave, and there'll be much more other kind of training that Naruto's going to go through while he's going through missions. But we will still get the Sasuke retrieval mission because nothing happens that stops Sasuke really from leaving. It's just going to be feeling more of a hard left turn for him turning because he's a little more closer to Naruto, but not as close as he was in canon. So it's still feasible that he leaves. But that whole mission is going to go a little bit different because it'll be more of a team. It'll be like two Chunin on the team because you have Naruto, Shikamaru, and I guess 3 because Neji. These 3 will all be Chunin because I do believe with the whole Tsunade would have made Naruto Chunin. She should have in the normal series either too. I never understood why that never happened, but either way, so we're gonna have 3. This Naruto is much more measured and calculated, and he's got access to a few more things in his arsenal. He's less dependent on single jutsus or other jutsus. He's been learning more. And he's gonna actually find the best way to get out of Jirobo's trap is to me actually put a chakra suppressant seal on Jirobo's thing, which is gonna suppress all Jirobo's chakra put in there to suck the chakra out of other people. So that's gonna crumble that down. So that's gonna be a big thing. So yeah, and that whole fight will go. Those fights will go a little bit different because I think Naruto will tactically have given all the squads some sort of chakra suppressant seal, just to if also they need to suppress these curse marks, because Naruto's going to know more about the curse mark in this instance, because he'll talk to Jiraiya about it on the trip while trying to learn about Sasuke's. So they'll have on Naruto will have modified some chakra suppression seals to give to all the rest of the things. So everyone's still it's going to turn out a lot the way it is, but it won't be as bad. Like for some of the characters, like I think Choji's still going to end up where he is. Over the main point, the fights all kind of stay the same. But I think our biggest change is going to be when Naruto's kind of fighting Kimimaro. I think that's going to be the biggest thing because this Naruto is going to be less willing to hold back. No, not hold back. Just go berserker on the thing. He'll be thinking more about how to fight. So when he leaves, he'll give Lee and Gaara more tips how to deal with it, and you give him some of the suppression skills too. And when you get Naruto and Sasuke's first fight in the Valley of the End there, that fight, it's going to end up very much the same way. But I do believe it's going to be more of a draw where instead of the big clash of Chidori and Rasengan, I think it's going to be more of a Naruto's going to pass up because he's going to exert himself more trying to stop Sasuke from leaving because he believes it's more his fault because he hasn't done enough to keep him close because he sees him even a closer friend in now than he did in canon because they've been friends for longer. So yeah, that's really how I see the first part changing with Kushina being around. So yeah, if you guys like this, the like button, comment, subscribe, share, and if you guys want to get this more of a narrative thing, let me know. We can see what we can do with that. That's gonna be a long process. But if you guys want me to do a part 2 in the similar fashion, let me know that too. If we get enough traffic on this video, I'll for sure do more like this, and we'll see how it goes. Thanks. This is Shadow Kage out. Bye.